right, Greenleaf fans, make sure if you haven't done so already, especially if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. That way you keep up to date whenever I post new content to the channel, and links to all my various forms of social media are in the description box below. So make sure to follow me on all those various platforms. Now, getting into this particular video, I won't hold you too long. I literally just finished watching the Going Up Yonder Greenleaf special, which thankfully Own uploaded to their YouTube channel a few days ago. So make sure you check it out. It's about 42 minutes long. I did watch it at double speed, and you're probably wondering, like, why would you do that, Jeremy? Yeah, I have a lot of videos that need to get done today. Basically, I recorded a bunch of videos over the weekend, and early this morning, I want to say around 3 a.m., I started editing, and then I posted them, hence why you'll see that I posted, like, my final batch of If Loving You Is Wrong videos, and then I had to get to work on these Greenleaf videos to have these up later in the day, before the series premiere, or excuse me, the season premiere for the final season of Greenleaf came on later tonight. And I didn't have 42 minutes just to spare right there, so I just doubled it, and I caught every word. It was a great get together between Patti LaBelle, Grace, Charity, Bishop, Lady Mae, and Jacob. So I will say, yeah, it was worth the watch. It really did give a lot of insight in terms of how the cast felt about their characters when they first got the roles, to seeing their characters grow, change, and evolve as the series went on. And of course, Miss Patti did ask a couple of questions about what to expect in the final season without spoiling too much. But a lot of them really talked about how, I think Charity used the word beautiful catastrophe when it came to everything involving the family this season, as well as there being hope for Charity. And I think my favorite part of the entire conversation was when, and I'm using the character names rather than the actors' names because that's how I know them best. When Jacob brought up, is like, hey, it's hard to tell what's going to happen between Jacob and Carissa. You know, will Jacob and Tasha, they're both having trouble in their marriages, will they wind up together, or, you know, will Jacob and Carissa find their way again? And then May jumped in, is like, nope, as your mother, nope, Tasha Skank, hey, that last name says it all, just no. I lost it at that part. I went back and rewatched that part at regular speed because I think everybody chimed in about how Jacob and Tasha would not work out. It is not a good fit, and it was hilarious. So I definitely suggest that part of the special, if nothing else. But I think that this special really brought home the fact that nobody's perfect. Everyone's flawed. Everybody had a lot of kind words for the, Oprah, the rest of the directors, writers, the cast, and everyone else involved, even behind the scenes, especially the fans, for taking that journey with them from the beginning to where they are now. And I don't want to say I was included because, guys, it took me until last year when season 4 started to actually sit down, binge it. And yeah, I should have listened to a lot of you all and my mom when she's like, you need to start reviewing the show. She told me that years ago, like back in 2017. So I'm like, yeah, my loss, but it's okay. I'm glad I jumped in before the show ended, and I will be here when the show comes back for a spinoff. So I'm glad that I was able to jump into this wild show when I did, because really at the foundation of it, you just got to get your own house in order. It's like Lady Mae was saying in the trailer for season 4, the importance of getting our own house in order before we can even attempt to get back to church. And now the question is, can the family move forward despite it looking like all hope being lost for them as a whole? And that's a big question to ask when going into this final season. Now, I don't know how it's going to end. I really don't, because I actually looked at both the Going Up Yonder special, as well as I think it was like maybe a 4.5-5 minute video on the Own channel about like what to expect in season 5. And really, it kind of just branches off from what the special was talking about. You know, it's really difficult to say without spoiling anything where the characters are going to end up, but let's just say everyone has their own valleys to get through. Can they get through it together as a family, or will they all decide that, you know, they're better off going their own way? So it's really going to be interesting to see how things play out. So Going Up Yonder, did you check it out? I just did, and it was worth the watch. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. I really did like the fact that it did touch upon things, that's been going on, like, from COVID to the racism and how it's important about accountability. So this was really a great session, and maybe I'll rewatch it at regular speed sometime. But if I don't, that's okay, because one time was good enough. It really did, get me ready for another season. Well, the final season of Greenleaf. And we'll just have to see how things turn out. But with that being said, make sure, if you haven't done so already, give this video a thumbs up. If you would like to donate to the channel, which is not mandatory, but you watching this video does help out in more ways than you can imagine, make sure you can hit me up on PayPal, Cash App, or you can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month.